Hello, hello. Today I have the distinct pleasure of interviewing an icon in the music industry. He's one of the world-renowned A&Rs in the world. His name is Ken Komisar. And I'm going to basically share my screen a little bit here. I had like I said before, the distinct pleasure of interviewing him. And you're going to learn about his psychology when it comes to reviewing submissions that are sent to him through AVENUEAR. Also, I asked him many other questions that actually musicians in the world, they're actually asking, to ask the A&Rs. So you will see today in real time how he actually reviews and rates songs that based on submissions that were sent to him through avenuear.com. And I'm really, at the very beginning, I actually I went through the process of interviewing many of the A&Rs, and I was pretty much amazed about the repertoire and all these celebrities and renowned artists in the world that he worked with, right? Including Michael Jackson. He worked with Justin Timberlake. He worked with, large, amazing, like the chairman of Sony Music. So this gentleman actually is a privilege to have him in the platform. Be able to, for him, his ultimate goal is pretty simple, is to find hits. Who is the next upcoming artist that he could actually eventually develop or even share some of the music with some of the current artists that he represents. So that is a huge opportunity for all the musicians and artists in the world that are looking to advance their career. So without further ado, here comes the interview with Mr. Ken Komisar. Thank you, sir. Thank you all, and best of luck with your career.
Good morning, Mr. Ken Komisar. This is Christian, AVENUEAR CTO. We are in a quick meetup today, and basically the ultimate goal is to show quick 2 minutes, 3 minutes, how you review musicians that submit songs to you. Now I'm going to share my screen, and here we go.
Perfect.
Okay, so very good. So now we're sharing one screen. Oops, sorry about that. We're going to edit that out. And here is your profile. And basically, here is your information. Here is your favorites. Here are your notifications. And here is the hit list, right? Here is where the hit list is important to highlight that here goes most of the music artists out there that were rated 4 or 5 stars, okay? And also the interaction that executives have with these particular musicians, right? Now, here, for example, you have 8 submissions, right? So we're going to listen it, and live, we're going to review them. You're going to obviously give them the rate, and I'm going to let you listen. For example, here we have a Circle of Wolves. It's a producer and writer by Existence. So we're going to play it. Usually play for 30 seconds and then you rate it. So are you ready, Mr. Komisar?
Ready when you are.
All right, very good. So let's see.
It's really hard not to be broken. It's really hard when you say those things. It's really hard when you make me small. I feel so small.
Okay, we can hear more, or how do you feel about that song? Is it 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5, you think?
I think we let it play a little longer. How's that?
Okay, let's go. What do you think?
Definitely got better as it went on, so we'll give her a 4.
A 4. Oh, wow. Very good. What will you improve in a song like this if you were the producer or writer, or the lyrics or the tunes? Or this is where I'm not an expert in music, so
Sure.
I welcome your two cents.
I mean, it's obviously highly stylized for a specific approach musically, and therefore, you know, in that genre, it has merit and it's good quality. Is it a great song, and will it be a huge success in terms of crossing over into commercial?
Right.
It's very, very genre specific, but for what it is, it's really good.
Okay, very good to know. Thank you. So,
Great, but really good.
okay, so we're going to go to the next song. We have "I'm Being Watched." Let's see. One, two, three, four, 5.
I would give it a 3. It's not really a great song, and it's not a great performance.
Yeah. So you think that it needs a new singer?
I mean, he's obviously the artist and the singer. If you look at it, he's submitting a lot of his own demos and creative.
Okay.
He's not a great songwriter, and artistically, you know, might need some help with refining his approach in terms of what he's trying to accomplish, right? Is he trying to be an artist? Is he trying to be a songwriter? What is he trying to do? We can obviously help him with that. If he wants to have a conversation, then obviously you can scale this to have a more one-on-one interaction and say, okay, here's what I can help you, or here's what I would advise you to do.
Right. Okay, very good. So depending on but will you be able to say that you will say, well, I will get the tune or the lyrics, or will get something out of this song, part of it? Because sometimes I understand that the music is divided in many sections, right? So you have the producing of the song or the beats, and then you have the lyrics, and then you have the artist voice. I mean, there are so many components, right? Will you, when you hear a song, will you pick up part of that song and will say, this is what I like, and maybe I will talk to this artist because I like the producing of the song. I may be able to use only that part in another project. It's something that you will entertain?
Of course, it's, first of all, a subjective process. So you hear it one way, I hear it another way. My experience tells me, okay, what are you trying to define? Just like you said, it is his voice, is it his songwriting, his musicianship, is it his production, and where does it fit in, or can it be useful for someone else, depending upon what he's looking to do? So that's exactly right. That's kind of what A&R is.
Okay, very good. Thank you. I mean, and I'm asking questions because, first of all, I'm not the, as you know, my background, my technical aspect, probably I'm not the best person to interview you, but in layman terms, I'm trying to convey to the general public what is all this about. But I appreciate, I'm going to stop the recording now. And one last question that I have for you. Will you, if you're walking on the street, or even here in Avenue AR, you hear a song, can you say that within 15 seconds or 20 seconds or 30 seconds, you can say that a song caught your attention and it could become a hit, or you have to listen to the song 10 times? Or I imagine your experience, you will tend to say, well, in 10, 20 seconds, 30 seconds, it will be a good timing for me to determine if it's a hit or not immediately, that it caught your attention. Can you help me to understand how you're thinking about it?
Sure. I mean, realistically, the audience, the general public, as they're scanning through Spotify and playlists, generally give something between 10, 15 to 20 seconds, maybe 30 seconds at most, right? They don't hear something that catches their ear.
Right.
But then they're looking in a very, potentially specific playlist for certain kinds of artists, whether it's hip hop or dance or pop or whatever. So that's kind of their metric or monitoring system.
Right.
From our perspective, obviously, we're trying to be open-minded and encourage people to do what they do. And obviously, they're asking for, I guess, either both feedback or support. So you have to be a little bit more open-minded. I mean, there are things that if you were going just specifically, if I didn't like all kinds of music or have appreciation for all kinds of music, I would immediately dismiss this if I was only into hip hop or thought dance music was the only music that existed. So automatically, he as an artist isn't necessarily something that I would consider. So if you take that part of it out and then you close your eyes and go, okay, listen to the song and the performance, what does that tell you? Song and performance tells you that he's a rock guy and he's playing, electric guitar and he's singing in a, rock blues, vibe, right? So where does that fit in? Is he great? Is he the best of what you've heard? And there you go.
Perfect. So basically, what I'm hearing, summarizing what you just said, other systems between 20 and 30 seconds, you can hear if the general public will be able to rate them right away. And with your experience, you may be able to detect something that catch your attention and you realize that this may be the next hit. That's what you basically said in summary, right?
But what I'm saying is that the general public will be, unless it's a style of music that they like or care about, they'll be automatically dismissive, right?
Right.
Because if they hear something and like, those guitars are horrible, I don't like guitar records, next. If there's someone who's open-minded, like, all right, well, let's see what this is. That guitar riff is really cool, or the sound of it is really good. They may be more open to that, but I don't think many people are that way, right? In terms of their discovery, they want to discover something that fits their style of music. So, okay, so I'm getting a submission from a guy who plays, guitar, although he's holding a 12-string acoustic guitar. That's not a 12-string acoustic guitar playing there. It's just what he's, he'd be better off playing, if he wants to be a singer-songwriter or a songwriter, then he'd be better off playing just the acoustic guitar and singing along with a beautiful song and a great melody. But instead, he's going on for a full production thing, and that can automatically make it dismissive if you don't like that style of music.
Got it. Understood. And what kind of, I know I said the last question, but it's something that popped in my mind when you were talking. It was, you're saying that, every A&R out there, obviously they have their likings, right? What do you feel that is the most, what is your focus in terms of a style of music, genre? What are you looking for in discovering the next artist, the next hit in Avenue AR, Mr. Komisar?
It depends. I mean, you have to be open-minded, depending upon, could be a brilliant songwriter who only knows how to write in one way. So you have to hear through it.
Okay. So basically you're open to all music, what you just said, right?
Yes.
Okay, very good. Thank you. Okay.